Hello, JDL Elections Analysis here, forecasting how every state will trend in 2024. The trend is how much a state shifts compared to the rest of the country. For example, if the country shifts 2 points towards Democrats and the state shifts 2 points towards Republicans, then it's trending towards Republicans by 4 points. Before getting into the analysis, I think it's important to see where the country stands after the 2020 election and census. This map shows how the 2020 election would look if Trump and Biden tied nationally and applied the reapportionment from the 2020 census. As you can see, the Electoral College favored Republicans by quite a bit, and Biden needed to win by 4.5 percentage points in order to eke out a win. How will this map look after the 2024 elections? We'll move west to east, starting with Alaska. Outside of 2008, when Alaska Governor Sarah Palin was on the ticket, Alaska has trended towards Democrats in every presidential election. In 2020, Alaska trended towards Democrats by 2.3%. In 2022, Democrats also flipped Alaska's lone House seat. I believe Alaska will continue its trend towards Democrats in 2024 by 4%. Hawaii is very much the inverse of Alaska, as it has trended towards Republicans outside of 2008 and 2012, when Hawaii-born President Obama was on the ticket. Additionally, it looks like Trump will make inroads with non-white voters. While much of the talk is about Latino and Black voters, I think this will also hold true for Asian voters, which make a majority of Hawaii voters. I also believe Hawaii will have more left-wing voters that vote third party. There also seems to be a good amount of disapproval for how Biden handled the wildfires in Hawaii. I see Hawaii strongly trending towards Republicans by 7 points. Washington has trended towards Democrats in every election since 2000. However, I believe that changes this year based off of polling that shows dissatisfaction with Democrat governance in the state and tighter races than usual. Trend towards Republicans by 2. Oregon is similar to Washington, and the two always seem to move in the same direction. Unlike Washington, Oregon saw massive swings towards Republicans in the midterms. Like Washington, Oregon is dissatisfied with Democrat governance, and I also see a state trending for Republicans by 2. I already talked about California in a recent video. What you're seeing in the other two West Coast states, you already started to see in 2020. California will trend Republican, but only by a point. Since 2012, Nevada has slowly been trending towards Republicans. Polling seems to show Trump flipping the state quite comfortably. But given my read of Nevada and the nation at large, I actually think Nevada will shift evenly with the rest of the nation. Idaho has been pretty stagnant the past 20 years, so pretty easy to say even. Arizona has been trending towards Democrats since 2012 and was one of the closest states in 2020. While Trump is in a strong position to flip it back, I see it continuing to trend Democrat by 2.5 points. Republicans really made gains in Montana in the 2010s after Obama almost won the state in 2008. Biden halted that trend in 2020, however, and I see it shifting evenly with the rest of the nation. Utah was once one of the most Republican states in the country, but that has changed in the Trump era. Senator Mike Lee had some struggles with a Democrat-endorsed independent, Evan McMullin. Additionally, the state has grown, with Salt Lake City getting bigger and more diverse. Democrat trend by 5.2%. Wyoming is one of the most Republican states, and given how one-sided the state is, I think it will have a shift that falls in line with the rest of the country. Since 2004, Colorado has been moving rapidly towards Democrats, and I don't think 2024 is any different. Trend towards Democrats by 5.5%. New Mexico has been pretty stagnant since 2008. The national trends with Latino should have people's eyes looking to see if this state will start trending Republican. However, there isn't much data right now, and Albuquerque has plenty of white college-educated liberals to counter gains made with Latinos. The states around New Mexico are also trending towards Democrats. But right now, I'm saying trend Democrat by 1.5%. Texas has been slowly trending towards Democrats in every election since 2000, with two exceptions. 2012, when it barely trended Republican, and 2016, when it trended Democrat by 8.6 percentage points. In 2024, I expect Texas to follow the recent history and trend Democrat by a point. Oklahoma has been stagnant since 2012, and I see no reason for that to change. In both 2016 and 2020, Kansas trended towards Democrats by 3%. I see that trend continuing in 2024. Kansas trends Democrat by 3 points. 2008 and 2020 are the 2 years Democrats won Nebraska's 2nd district. They're also the only 2 years since 2000 that Nebraska trended Democrat. I expect Republicans will recover in Nebraska with a 2-point trend. The Dakotas, Iowa, and Missouri had strong Republican trends in the 2010s that have now seemed to stall out. These states will shift evenly with the rest of the nation. The only consistent trend with Minnesota is that it's inconsistent. It's a wild card, but right now I think the state moves evenly with the rest of the nation. Arkansas has trended towards Republicans in every election since 2000. I have no reason to believe that will stop, and I see the state continuing the Republican trend by 2 points. Outside of 2012, Louisiana has trended towards Republicans in every election since 2000. I see Louisiana continuing to trend Republican in 2024 by 1 point. Wisconsin has been a key swing state in both of the previous elections. Republicans made significant gains in the state in the 2010s that slowed in 2020. In 2024, I see the state moving evenly with the rest of the country. While the state is currently polling very close, it has consistently voted more Republican than it polls by significant margins. Illinois overall has been pretty stagnant since 2000, and I believe it will move evenly with the rest of the nation. Mississippi has trended Republican in the Trump era, and with Biden struggling with black voters, I see Mississippi continuing its Republican trend by a point. I believe Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, and Indiana will move evenly with the rest of the nation in 2024, after all of these states have rapidly moved towards Republicans since 2000. Ohio has moved dramatically towards Republicans in the Trump era, and I think that continues with a 1.5% trend in 2024, further removing its status as a swing state. Michigan was trending Republican in the 2010s, only for Biden to halt that trend in 2020, and Democrats to win in a landslide in the 2022 midterms. I think Democrats have reversed the trend, and the state will trend Democrat by 2.8%. Florida will also continue its trend towards Republicans in 2024 by 1.3%, and it will be interesting to see if the state will vote to the right of Texas. Georgia has been trending Democrat in every election since 2008, and I believe that still continues in 2024 by 3.2%. South Carolina has been very stagnant since 2000, and I believe it will move evenly with the rest of the nation. North Carolina had been trending Democrat up until Trump came along and halted that trend. North Carolina has been pretty inelastic in the Trump era, and with how I see this year going, I think that translates to a 2.4% Democrat trend. Virginia had been consistently trending towards Democrats since 2000, but Republicans have seemed to reverse that trend since the election of Governor Youngkin. Based off the current polling, Virginia looks to be a close race, and I think this year Virginia trends Republican by 2 points. West Virginia rapidly trended towards Republicans from 2000 to 2016, but Biden halted that trend in 2020. With that, I see the state moving evenly with the nation as a whole. DC tends to trend towards the incumbent president party, and I see Democrats having a strong trend of 6.5%. Since 2008, Maryland has had a consistent trend towards Democrats that I see continuing in 2024 by 2.5%. Delaware has been pretty stable since 2000, and with this being Biden's home state, I see a state moving evenly with the rest of the nation. Pennsylvania is perceived to be the most decisive state. It will receive plenty of attention from both campaigns, which I think makes it impervious to a national trend. I see a state trending Democrat by 4 points. Outside of 2012, when Hurricane Sandy hit, New Jersey has been trending Republican since 2000. In 2024, I see New Jersey trending Republican by a point. New York is also like New Jersey, that its trend towards Republicans was interrupted by Hurricane Sandy. Since the 2022 midterms, it seems a dam has broken in the state, and I think New York will have the strongest trend towards Republicans with a 7.5% trend. Connecticut and Rhode Island have had inconsistent trends, and I think Connecticut and Rhode Island have had inconsistent trends, and I think shift evenly with the rest of the nation in 2024. Since 2012, Massachusetts has been trending Democrat, and I see that continuing in 2024 with a 2-point trend. Vermont has been pretty stagnant overall since 2008, and I see Vermont moving evenly with the nation in 2024. New Hampshire saw a pretty significant trend in 2020, and polling is pointing towards that trend continuing in 2024. I see New Hampshire trending Democrat by 3.5%. Trump made massive gains in Maine in 2016. While Biden did some damage control in 2020, I see plenty of room for Republican growth in the state with white working class voters. Maine will trend Republican by 2 points. Based off these predicted trends, you can see Democrats have made ground in the Electoral College, though Republicans still have an advantage. Right now, I believe the tipping point state will be Georgia, which looks to vote to the right of the nation by 1.1%. Based off of this, Biden would need to win the popular vote by about 1.2% in order to eke out a win. Democrats added Colorado to their safe column, which increased their base from 181 to 183. Meanwhile, Republicans' base decreased from 189 to 149 due to losing Texas. However, Texas is not in real danger of flipping. Republicans have expanded the battleground into Oregon, but the state would only flip in the best case scenarios. Republicans have moved Florida further into their column. Democrats have moved New Hampshire further into their column. States that Democrats are favored in but will definitely be competitive are Minnesota, Virginia, and Maine. The toss-ups Democrats have an edge in are Michigan and Pennsylvania, while Republicans edge in Nebraska second, Georgia, and Arizona. Republicans have a clear advantage in Nevada, Wisconsin, and North Carolina. Even though Democrats look like they have closed the Electoral College map, that's more conjecture than reality. This should only be used as a baseline, and I'll soon post forecasts on the 2024 elections. Thanks for watching. Please like the video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Comment down below and follow me on social media. Finally, please share the content. Over and out.